Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Friday edition of Three Times a Week Talks. I call these Good Fridays. For good or for bad, I wake up ready to go about 100 miles an hour. That's just my personality. It's not necessarily the best way to start a day, especially when everyone else is moving a little bit slowly. We had a great small group last night, lots of laughter. And scripture that's running through my mind is Proverbs 17:22. Now, you probably familiar with the first part of that. A merry heart does good like a medicine. Sometimes the very best prescription for an illness is laughter. Emotional fatigue is often caused because we've not laughed. A merry heart does good like a medicine, but a crushed spirit is how that verse continues. But a crushed spirit dries up the bones. Dried bones is a Hebrew idiom for the loss of strength, or actually an idiom for depression or sadness. The New Living Translation says it like this: a cheerful heart is good medicine, but a broken spirit saps a person's strength. Uh, so we woke up laughing this morning. I came downstairs. Cindy was just waking up. She had gotten up early and then had fallen asleep on the couch. She said, "Jeff, you wore me out last night. We have decided to do some crafts around the house." And she said, "In my dream, you were downstairs with a hot glue gun and you were making some craft and you had spray painted all these waste paper cans black and you were hanging them all over the basement and you were so proud of yourself." And it was just, because Jeff, what are you doing? You don't do these crafts without my permission. Don't do these unless you know what you're doing. And I just was wanting to make you happy doing these crafts, but I had these waste paper cans spray painted black with lights inside of them. Honey, we're going to use those for uplights. And it was just, hilarious to us. Probably, maybe not so much to you. But a merry heart does good like a medicine. Uh, I'm getting reports from friends, their children not getting schoolwork done. Got a report yesterday from a local school district. Over half of their middle school athletes are ineligible for sports because of incomplete assignments. Let's be alert for some dried up bones, so to speak. Let's be alert as parents and as friends to others for those that are struggling with depression and sadness and dry bones. A merry heart does good like a medicine. The Berean Study Bible says a joyful heart is good medicine, but a broken spirit dries up the bones. A merry heart does good like a medicine, but a broken spirit. Uh, there's some depression settling into people, so we need to be alert on how to help each other. And maybe laughter is the best way to do that. Just before our small group, we had a little bit of excitement here at our house. A grandson, we have 18 grandchildren. Uh, a grandson was playing in his basement. His wagon tipped over and really cut his lip badly. Well, his other poppy, not me, but his other poppy is a retired paramedic, also a retired pastor. And this poppy has stitched up a lot of our kids. And um, poor little Hezekiah, his lip was all puffed up, and but his poppy was able to uh, put some medicine on and use a jerry strip and the plastic bandage across it and avoid a trip to the emergency room. When he was done, Hezi had been so brave. His poppy said, Hezi, we don't need this big microwave. We've got a family-sized microwave. Hezi, you were so brave. As I put that bandage on you, I'm going to give you this microwave. Hezi goes, a microwave, a microwave. I would love a microwave. And so Hezi very proudly, the rest of the grandkids were at our house while Poppy was treating Hezi's injury. Got in the van as they were going to drive home last night, and he goes, "Hey, I have my own microwave." And this morning, when he woke up, his mom was going to warm up some coffee and ask Hezi for permission to warm her coffee in his microwave. And he said, "Well, if you've got my microwave working, I guess you could use my microwave to warm your coffee." And I laughed when I heard that story. They laughed. A merry heart does good like a medicine. I can remember walking into a McDonald's back when we were still eating inside of McDonald's before COVID-19, and I saw a buddy of mine, a couple years older than me, and he was eating a Happy Meal all by himself. I said, "Dude, what are you doing? That's a kid's meal. What are you doing eating a Happy Meal?" And he smiled at me with kind of a crooked smile. And he said, "Hey, makes me happy." So that's my thought for the day. Let's spell hope, Laughther. Let's spell hope, laughter. Uh, Mom and Dad, keep an eye on your kids. If they're kind of getting zombie like playing video games, you're all getting zombie like watching a movie, maybe find something to make everybody laugh. Maybe play a game together. Find something so that everyone laughs together. I think that's going to be the key to our mental and emotional health as we move forward through this winter. I really do. Heard a tragic story, and I'll close with this. It's not the happy story, but I hope it makes the point. I just on Pam Popper's Wellness Forum video earlier this morning, she just told one isolated story of a woman in Canada, 90 years old, in a nursing home. And because of COVID-19, they were all practicing isolation to avoid each other getting sick. Well, in the process of that, she was so isolated, she chose physician assisted suicide because she just wasn't around people anymore. They had to eat with screens around each other. We weren't allowed to speak to each other. All of her caregivers were wearing masks, and she just fell into a deep depression. And she chose physician assisted suicide, which in Canada is possible to do. Very sad story, which I hope points us to the need to find laughter in our lives, to find ways creatively in this season of life to creatively find ways to interact with each other and laugh with each other. God bless you. We call these Good Fridays. A merry heart does good like a medicine, but a broken spirit dries up the bones. We want to avoid dry bones right now. We want to have fresh bones. We want to laugh and have fun together. Let's get creative with that. God bless you. Have a great rest of this Friday.